difficult day for lots of us. I suspect that, like me, many of you have put your hearts and your souls into this campaign. All our hopes for a better future and for protecting everything we love have been in this endeavour. Our intentions could not have been purer. And yet we have withstood ridicule from the press and abuse and violent hatred from a small but vocal section of the public. Many of us will have experienced conflict within our families and our friendships. Many more of us will probably have had to content ourselves with tepid and timid and inward support from our loved ones who haven't even been able to publicly express their support for us as individuals or their support for our demand in any meaningful outward way. Not everybody has our courage. We've not chosen an easy path, and it has not been easy. On top of the personal sacrifices we've made, our refusal to live in denial means we have carried the grief of the world we are losing as well. We have lost dear friends to prison. We have lost dear friends to despair. But for all the loss, there has been so much gained. I'm so proud of what we've achieved. Not only of keeping 4.4 billion barrels of oil in the ground, or of igniting public awareness around the cause and the main cause of this crisis, but for building this supportive and collaborative intersectional movement and community, and for helping each of us to understand what it means to live authentically, in alignment with our understanding of the world and the urgency of this moment, and the power that that has given each of us to do things we never dreamed we might be capable of doing. The nature of this work is that we don't know the answers, so we try things. Some work, some fail. We should always push to be better, to improve our practice, to evolve our ways of working, but we have to become comfortable with the knowledge that there will be failures and mistakes along the way. This is how humans learn and progress. We've tried something here that has never been tried before. So whilst we celebrate our achievements, we must also acknowledge our failures. We have failed to shift our course onto one where there is a chance of averting the crisis which is sweeping across the planet. The truth is, it was probably always too late. It was always politically impossible. While companies like Shell, like BP, like Exxon and Total and Equinor infect global policy, paying for policies which uphold their practices while repressing any opposition. Because how could a largely part-time, largely voluntary group of gardeners, GPs, social workers, teachers, electricians, students, artists, farmers, civil servants and nurses effectively dent the power of buildings like this, full of psychopaths, drunk on fossil fuel profits? These people are in active flight from reality. They are in full-on climate denial, because to accept it would be to reject the lifestyle that their business practices funds. And the fact is, we did dent their power. And also, that their power is already dented. What we are witnessing now is the death throes of fossil power. A final fling in which to wring out the last juices of profit before the simple facts of science and economics take over. And it is simply better business to back clean, renewable energy. But the people that work in here aren't going down without a fight. And neither are we. The question for us now is what's next? In the time that we still have. We know that 1.5 is a lie. We know that net zero has become nothing more than a slogan to fuel a culture war which is empowering the far right. We have failed to avert catastrophe, and it was never truly in our power to do so. So the things that we have feared and tried to avoid are coming. It's one thing for us to stand here and confront this failure, having done everything we could, having tried everything we could think of. But it's quite another to have a government that has failed to confront this, when it is their actual job to look after us. Where is the government's plan to tackle the rise of the far right? Is there a plan for sea level rise? No. Is there a plan for reduction in farming yields due to flooding? No. Is there a plan for extreme heat? No. Is there a plan for the failure of Atlantic sea currents?
No.
No. Is there a plan for mass immigration? No. Is there a plan for food shortages? No. Is there a plan for extreme weather? No. Our government needs to be called to account. It's failing to plan for what is coming. And that means it's in dereliction of its responsibilities to its citizens. So, we evolve, we learn, we reshape ourselves again in response to the times we live in. We regroup, we plan, we form new alliances, and we rise again, because this group of gardeners, GPs, social workers, teachers, electricians, students, artists, farmers, civil servants and nurses and more will never give up responding to the truth. We will see each other here again.